Hello and welcome to the new Power BI tutorial video, and in this video I want to show you how you can get the latest date at the data set level, right? So what do I have is, let's say, this data set, which is the orders data set, in which we have the subcategories like accessories, appliances, so on and so forth. And this shows the latest order date. So for example, accessories is latest sold on 25th December. Appliances, the latest sold date is the 30th December, so on and so forth, or like envelopes 23. So if each one is having a different date, well, this creates a problem when you are producing a reporting solution, because you need one date like this, right, which is the maximum date that you have at the data set level, right? So how you can create this date, right, which you can basically take and then produce a solution like quarterly number or monthly number starting from month till 31st of 12. So identifying the latest date is always critical, right? And I want to show you how you can do it very easily. So before I go ahead, just quick 2 or 3 points. So if you want to grab this workbook where I'm creating a lot of solution, as you can see, I'm creating a lot of formulas. So first is related to the first sheet, second sheet is having second calculation, so on and so forth. So that way it is very easily organized, and you can grab your hands. Instructions on how to get it is present in the description. Along with this, if you want basically this data set, let me just show you. Link is again present in the description. Let me show you how you can get it. So the link will basically take you to this particular data set folder, in which I have the dataset sheet, and over here, if you see, we have if I have the data sets, basically in the dataset sheet, I have the row number 19 where the sample superstore dataset is present, which I am following, and you can also follow along once you will download this. And pretty much I use the same dataset in most of my videos, so you don't have to download it again and again. Just download it once if you are following my multiple videos. The next quick thing I want to show you is my sheet. So how to get this sheet? Look at the description, right? Instructions are present there to get it. Okay, with that information, let me get back. All right, so here I have the blank file with the data set and only the orders data, which has the orders information that is being sold. Okay, so I'll create the same table. So first thing first is this table visual, right? So in this table visual, what we will take is the subcategory, which I showed you earlier. So this is the subcategory which it will going to populate, and then I will get the date, order date, and from this I will only get the order date and not the entire hierarchy, right? And not just this date, just this date, but the latest date or the max date, if you will see that. So this basically gives you the latest date based on when the product was sold. But our idea is to get the latest date, basically that is based on the entire data or at the data set level. So for that perspective, what we will going to do is we will basically going to create a formula or the new measure, DAX measure, and in this DAX measure we will write the code to get the output. Okay, so fixed latest date. And if you are coming from Tableau, then also it is useful, because in Tableau it is called the fixed LOD, the level of detail, which gives you the similar output. So fixed latest date is based on maxx function. In the maxx function we will say all orders, so that what it will going to take is, it will basically not going to have this row context. That means based on the row the number will change. No, all orders will make sure this is at the order level and not any dimension level. And then I will simply say in the expression that give me the order state. That should be it. And I'll close that. And I think that should be enough to get it. All right. So if I get it, well, over here I don't get the same output. Well, let me just see it. Why? So I have my maxx, which is the all orders, and the based on that I am getting the maxed order. Looks like I need to get the proper date part of this. Let me just enter it. Yep, and now you can see that I am getting the proper date. So this was a small issue which earlier it was happening. So from the date part, since it has created its own hierarchy, right? So I just need to get the date part out of it so that it is not producing this impact, which earlier was like a different one for a different output. And now the state will basically be fixed. That means it is a latest state, and based on this latest state you can do whatever operation. For example, I'll just try and show you that if, let's say, for example, I select anything, for example, I select, let's say, state, right? I select any dimension. It will change the values, but it will not going to change the state. For example, in Georgia, the latest date for accessories is 17 November, right? And different for different dates. So in a way that if you want to find out, let's say if you have a scenario that in a particular state, when a particular product was sold, what was the latest date is this, but then what is my latest date at the data set level, which is the 31st of December. Well, in that case, you can basically identify how many days it has been passed where you have sold this particular product in this category, right? So those type of situation can happen, but with that, you can always get the desired output. Okay. So that is something which I wanted to show you how you can do that, and I hope you found it useful, and I'll meet you in the next video with a new topic.